All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. In this video, I want to talk about 3 reasons why 2026 will be a great year for you to start your home care business. I know, the economy is in a toilet right now. We're in 2025 still. As we're recording this video, it's November 16, 2025. And we literally just came out of the longest government shutdown in US history, in modern US history. By the way, these videos are not going to be edited anymore because I just don't have time. I have to give you guys all this game, so much game, because the year is almost over. 2025 is almost over, and we're jumping into 2026. So, 3 reasons. Reason number 1, we are going through an artificial revolution, artificial intelligence revolution currently. There are more tools on the marketplace right now that can help you with starting your home care business, especially on the admin side. What required maybe you hiring 2, 3 people to help you with the back end, you can do most of these things yourself now, thanks to AI. You want a logo? There's AI for that. It'll take you a couple of seconds to do that. Before, you would have to go to a place like Fiverr, pay $50, then somebody would do a logo for you. I'm just speaking something so simple like that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just describing something as simple as creating a logo. If you want a website, there's AI for that. You can get a website in a matter of seconds now. Go to one of these platforms, and I've done a video about all these things. So go to some of my older videos and watch them. You'll see there's AI for everything. You want to, I don't know, let's say manage your systems and processes to make sure everything is in order, or your accounting, whatever the case is. I'm sure there's AI for it. So go check it out. Because AI is going to save you so much time. What used to take, say, a couple of days or even a week to process just 2 years ago can take you a matter of minutes and hours now. That's how quickly things are moving. Even during the application process, it used to take several people days to find the information, to find out what the cost structure is going to be for just getting a basic license to operate in whatever state. Now, go to ChatGPT, enter in a bunch of prompts. You have another question, enter in another prompt. You have another question, enter in another prompt until you get what you want. And ChatGPT literally becomes your other consultant outside of me. And you're not paying ChatGPT, it's free. Isn't that amazing? What people used to pay thousands of dollars to acquire the information, ChatGPT is giving it away for free. That's why 2026 is going to be a magical year to get started with your home care business. You no longer have to worry about spending thousands of dollars anymore. That's what's different now compared to, let's say, 2024. Number 2 reason why 2026 is a great year to start your home care business. We are now aware that the older generation, meaning the baby boomer generation, is hoarding all the wealth. Just look at the stock market. The stock market, majority of the people that own stock in the stock market are baby boomers. These are people that are 65 years or older, 64, 65 plus. That generation, 65 all the way to 100, or maybe 65 to, let's say, 80, right? 15 years. That generation right there, the 15-year generation, whatever, baby boomer generation, that's where all the money is. That's where all the wealth is. It's very clear. They're the ones that own all the homes, all the McMansions, they own them. Some of these people bought those mansions for like 100,000 20 years ago. Now those mansions are worth like 800,000, 900,000, a million in some parts. Imagine somebody who bought a house in San Francisco in 1990 and they're 70 years old right now. They probably purchased that house for, let's say, 200,000. That house is probably worth 2 million in San Francisco because the value has been inflated. So now they're just holding on to it, hoping and praying that the value is going to remain the same. I got bad news for them. It won't. I've done my analysis already. I've done my research. Because for me, when I do my research and my analysis, I compare with other economies. What happened in other economies that are similar to the United States? Like, for example, I studied what happened in Japan. What's happening in America is the early stages of what happened in Japan. Let me explain. In Japan, there were all these homeowners that owned mansions even. But because the population declined, there were no buyers for these houses. So now, fast forward to 2025, the year that we're in now, all those homes are worthless now. So the government of Japan is actually having to give away some of these homes that these older generation were holding on to, thinking these homes are worth something. I keep it real with you. Like, I am 43 and I'm supposed to be the age where I'm supposed to be owning a home in the United States. But I don't. I don't want to own a home in the United States because I know it's a scam. Why should I buy a mansion for $600,000 and I know you bought it for only $100,000 just 15 years ago? I'm not doing that. For $600,000, I can buy 3 houses outside of the U.S. 3 mansions. I can build 3 mansions outside the U.S. I know that for sure. So why should I sink all that money into a mansion and then having to deal with HOA fees, special assessments, all these scams, taxes, high taxes. There are taxes everywhere. There are property taxes everywhere. But I'm saying, in the United States, things are just out of hand. Property taxes are crazy. HOA fees are crazy. Special assessments are crazy. Damn, repairing anything in your home is outright like extortion. Just get somebody to repair your roof. You'll see what happens. You get slapped with a crazy bill. So I am not about to buy a home, and so are millions of other people that are my age or younger. They're not spending that kind of money on a house. Are you crazy? For the most part, like, especially men don't buy houses unless they're getting married or they have families. So who's going to buy all these homes that these baby boomers are holding on to? So if they're holding on to these properties, they have no choice because of the declining population, because people are not having kids anymore, people are not getting married. So this older generation has no choice but to sell all their stock, to liquidate a lot of their assets, to pay for senior care living. They have no choice. And already there are a bunch of like these greedy corporations that are trying to like build these gated communities for this generation. I just watched a video of this guy that bought he was advising against purchasing any properties in a retirement community. What he was saying is it's a trap. Because, maybe I'll do a reaction on that video, but what he was saying is it made a lot of sense. If you buy a house in a retirement community, they will say only people over a certain age can live in that area, in that community. So if you buy it and you try and sell it, it's going to be quite difficult because the market is quite narrow. You're only selling to people that are 55 and older. And the younger generation doesn't want to live in a retirement community. The younger generation wants to live a completely different lifestyle. The lifestyle that I want to live, is completely different from the baby boomer generation. I don't want to live like them. That generation, all they focused on was consumerism. That's all they focused on. So to say that, yes, what is it? Okay, tell her 10 minutes. I'm coming. 10 minutes. Can you go away, please? What I'm saying is this. Not every generation wants to live the same. That older generation is all about, what at least was all about consumerism, opulence, and hoarding assets and overspending. But the younger generation is not about that. Because they've figured out that, hey, material things do not make you happy. So they value experiences. At least that's what I value as well. We value experiences over material things. I'd rather live in a much smaller house. You know, let's say if I had $1 million, right? If I had $1 million cash right now, I'd rather go buy a house for, let's say, $250,000, and then blow the other $750 on traveling and having amazing experiences with my family. That's something the older generation didn't prioritize. They just prioritized going to work and the grind. But we've seen the outcomes of that. We've seen that lifestyle is not sustainable. It's not fun. If you look at that generation, that baby boomer generation, they all burnt out. They got weird illnesses. You know what I'm saying? They got weird conditions. We don't want that. Most of them are not even fit. That's why, you know, it's going to be very profitable to get into the home care business in 2026, because there are so many people that need your services. Once this wealthy generation is forced to liquidate their assets, is forced to sell their stock, they have no choice but to pay for senior care. But some of them, they don't have kids. There are a lot of baby boomers out there that have a lot of wealth, but they don't have kids. So they're going to have to pour all their money into their senior care living expenses. You're going to have to pay somebody to take care of you eventually. It's only a matter of time for a lot of them. So when you set up your home care business now and you set up the right systems and you figure out what your niche is, you can capture all this opportunity. There's so much money out there. Number 3 and last point is the rich are getting richer. There's also what's happening right now, which is a great transfer of wealth. If you're focusing on the wealthy millionaire clients, then you're already, ahead of the game. Focusing on wealthy millionaire clients means that the wealthy knows how to manage their money better than the average people. So what they tend to do is they have a really good process of transferring wealth from generation to generation. Okay, look at the richest families, the Rockefellers and all these people, right? They know how to transfer wealth, the Hiltons. They know how to transfer wealth from generation to generation. And when they do that, they also pass on handover responsibility. Responsibility means that, the younger generation will be in a position to make decisions on how the older generation gets the care services. So if you're focusing on the rich, who is getting richer now in this economy, even though you're struggling probably, the rich are not they're not struggling right now. In fact, I was doing my analysis and I noticed a lot of people have stopped spending money. The majority of people, Americans, have stopped spending money on frivolous items, things that don't matter. If it's not essential, they're not buying it. Even me, if it's something that's not essential, I am not buying it. Can we figure out, can somebody repair it? Okay, that's what we're figuring out. But on the flip side, the luxury market is booming. This is why everybody and anybody is trying to cater to that market, to the luxury market, because they're hoping that they can sell to people that have a lot of money. Why do you think there's so many luxury apartments being built? Because a lot of these developers are very greedy and they only want to cater to the rich. They don't care about the people at the bottom or the middle. They don't care about you. If you're in the middle class right now, nobody cares about you. Nobody. So you better do your very best to figure out how to get this money from the wealthy, just like those greedy developers are doing. If you're ready to work with the best as you're getting into 2025, 2025 is pretty much over. By the time Thanksgiving hits, Christmas, you're done. The year is over. But if you don't give up on yourself, you focus on your mindset, with my help, you can capitalize, you can make the last 45 days of 2025, you can make those days count. Some of you, you have licenses that are about to expire. You're going to have to renew those licenses for next year, for 2026. If you have to renew your home care license, then I also have, I can help you with that. Schedule time. I have all the materials in the description of this video. Schedule some time. I can help you with your marketing, with your mindset game. There's so much we can talk about, okay? Schedule time. Talk to you soon.